For me, he cannot get out for this contract because a lot of consequences that are going to face if he don't fight this, he fulfill this commitment. He is a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Right.
Self-proclaimed GOAT because he can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who undefeated, retired undefeated. Unfinished business, the first one. Like there's a doubt, like I'm supposedly win the fight, and there's a lot of distraction on the first fight. I got injured my shoulder, my rotator cuff, so that's why I got operated right after the fight. So we need rematch. So people deserve this.
He didn't know what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're.
Manny Pacquiao confronted Floyd Mayweather live on TV after their rematch collapsed into dispute, claiming fans deserve the fight and calling out confusion over it being labeled an exhibition. He demanded Mayweather stop tactics and honor what was originally agreed in the contract. Watch what happens next.
Fight because the last time that we had, like, I'm not 100% conditioned because ready for the fight because I have injury, shoulder injury. So that's why right after the fight, I go straight to the hospital and get operated.
Do you feel like he's ducking you? Like he may not be in as good a shape as you are right now?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Jazz Mather shuts down the exhibition talk completely, declaring the deal locked as a professional fight. He also claims Floyd Mayweather is steering away from Manny Pacquiao, fearing he is not in peak condition or shape, and that one loss could destroy his undefeated 50-0 record if he steps in the ring.
Our focus comes down to looking at this fight and trying to get this fight across the finish line. Is he scared? Why would he else make up trying to turn it into an exhibition? So exhibition is completely off the table. He needs to, if he wants to be, look, he claims he's TBE. All the guys around him that are on his payroll claim he's TBE. Everyone claims he's TBE, right? But when you really look at it, the fans know Manny Pacquiao is an 8th division world champion. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather is not, right? Manny Pacquiao has certain accolades and achievements that other Floyd Mayweather doesn't. Now, Floyd Mayweather has an undefeated record. So does Rocky Marciano. Great. He's not unique in any.
Robert Garcia says Floyd Mayweather is playing calculated mind games to hype the fight and frustrate Manny Pacquiao, as confusion around the contract and exhibition claims fuels psychological pressure. He suggests Mayweather uses publicity and uncertainty to unsettle Pacquiao while keeping focus on rematch negotiations alive ongoing. And that is exactly what everyone is realizing now slowly.
I think it's Mayweather playing games and fooling the fans, the people interested in this fight and everybody, just playing games to make it even a bigger fight, to make it a little more interesting, to make Pacquiao mad and frustrated, and because it's a fight that definitely Pacquiao wants, Mayweather wants. I think it's just Mayweather doing what he normally does, and controversy and making it harder for everybody. But I guarantee you that this man is training. This guy is always healthy, always staying in shape. So come the day.
Manny Pacquiao said he felt instantly confused and frustrated when Floyd Mayweather publicly stated their rematch was an exhibition, even though both sides had signed a professional fight contract deal.
Announced by Netflix, right, in February is a professional boxing match at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And then a few weeks ago, Floyd said it was an exhibition and that the Sphere was not guaranteed as the location. Let me ask you, Manny, when you first heard that Floyd said, no, it's not a professional fight, it's an exhibition, what were you thinking?
I called Jazz right away. What happened? What happened? Like, that's not what we signed. Like, we signed a real fight. So, and he got his advance. Why he's announcing like this propaganda exhibition, that blah blah blah, everything like that. So just told me this. I don't have an idea, so let's.
Why do you think that he wants it to be an exhibition, even though he signed a contract? Floyd's
Manny Pacquiao believes Floyd is labeling the rematch an exhibition out of fear of losing and tarnishing his flawless 50-0 legacy. He argues the undefeated record stands as Mayweather's biggest legacy and business leverage, and if it breaks, he loses his greatest advantage inside boxing and public perception.
Professional
So it's
fight.
real.
Why do you think that Floyd is now saying, after he signed a contract for a professional fight, no, it's an exhibition? Why do you think? Do you have an opinion, a theory?
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I mean, he could leverage what you do. You've lost fights because you fought everyone, right?
Yes.
So you're still one of the greatest fighters who ever lived, and you can leverage the fact that you're Manny Pacquiao. But you think it means that much to him to be undefeated, that even though there's so much money on the line and he's already signed it, he now wants it to be an exhibition?
Then, that's I always say that it doesn't matter if you're undefeated fighter and you are.
Yeah.
What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Right.
Mysteriously, when questioned about Mayweather's advance payment, Mayweather refused to reveal precise figures, only confirming an 8-figure upfront deal. He sidestepped discussion of Mayweather's personal finances, stressing his attention stayed locked on the contract terms and pure professional structure of the agreement itself alone tonight.
To you, man, because there are a lot of people, I guess, worried because of a lot of the hype, a lot of the news coming out surrounding this fight that it may not happen. What would you say to those people?
So as of now, the fight isn't canceled. It's contracted. As I've stated in multiple interviews over the past week, there's been many contracts that have been signed, and not just one. Advances have been given, loans have been taken out against the purse, right? Because this is a Netflix paper, so they're treating it as like a movie, a film contract, rather than a typical fight contract, right? So typical fight contract, you can't get your advance. You're gonna get a 10% or a 20% depending on the promoter and who you're working with, and then you get paid on fight night. In this case, it's a bit different because Netflix paper is a AAA paper and you can get cash against it. So you want whatever you want to call it, a loan, a cash advance, whatever you want to call it, he's taken money out against it, and it's with lawyers at the moment. He has a legal team that has got involved out of Los Angeles. They've reviewed everything. There's no real way out.
Analysts argue the chaos over whether the bout is a true professional fight or an exhibition is shocking, because that kind of detail should have been locked in from day one. They say the confusion is only fueling unnecessary tension, and some even suspect it could be a calculated move from both sides to amplify hype around the fight.
How it could be controversy over whether it's going to be an exhibition or a real fight. Like, that's something that should be discussed from day one. I don't get that part. Like, so maybe he's trying to piss Manny off a little bit, make him, fight out of his character. But Floyd's a winner, so he wants to win. So it might be skullduggery. Who knows?
Guys in the chat are asking where Paulie's at. Paulie's actually traveling today. He'll be back tomorrow. But he thinks that actually Pacquiao knows about this as well, and this is a work from both sides. And we're trying to get us to talk about it, trying to get the news media minute to be talking about this weekly, which we are. We have to. This is everything that these guys do when you've got living legends who are looking to fight again. It's gonna make headlines, and these consistent deadlines that they keep pushing and making make this a little bit interesting, but it possibly could be just a work. Both of these guys are good marketers. Mayweather is a marketing.
Jazz Mathur has confirmed that despite ongoing controversy and public clashes around Floyd Mayweather's comments, the fight remains officially on. He stressed the deal is a real professional bout, not an exhibition, insisting all sides sign binding contracts for a sanctioned fight. Mathur also stated that Mayweather's attempt to reframe the event as an exhibition contradicts agreed terms and could be considered a breach of contract, sparking fresh legal uncertainty ahead going forward.
As we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional.
Jazz Mathur revealed Floyd Mayweather signed 3 separate contracts on different dates with different parties, all tied to a professional fight agreement. Because of this, Mathur insisted there is no chance Mayweather misunderstood terms, since each document was signed, paid, and backed by legal records without dispute moving forward.
The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, that's complete.
However, when it comes to predicting the outcome, sports analyst Max Kellerman believes Pacquiao takes this fight with ease. He ranks Manny Pacquiao as the 2nd greatest pound-for-pound fighter in boxing history, sitting just behind Sugar Ray Robinson, who is widely regarded as the greatest of all time, a comparison that only intensifies the hype and raises the stakes even higher.
Sugar Ray Robinson, I think this is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter who ever lived. That's number 2 on the all-time list. The CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Jazz Mathur, guys.
Despite Pacquiao's explosive speed, heavy hands, and non-stop pressure, veteran trainer Robert Garcia still sees Floyd Mayweather as the stylistic nightmare in a head-to-head clash. He points to Mayweather's elite defense, sharp counterpunching, and rare ring IQ built specifically to smother aggressive volume fighters like Pacquiao. In Garcia's view, Pacquiao's bursts and fast offensive rhythm would definitely spark dangerous moments, but the longer fight stretches, the more Mayweather would begin to take control. He would read timing, manage distance, and avoid punishment until Pacquiao's output starts to fade under pressure. Garcia highlights Floyd's patience and mid-fight adjustments as the turning point, slowly breaking opponents down by exploiting the smallest openings as fatigue builds. In the end, he circles back to one boxing truth: styles decide everything, and here, Mayweather's defensive mastery and adaptability would steadily edge out Pacquiao's explosive but less sustainable attack.
And you liked it. How did you score that fight?
I had Pacquiao winning, but that's only because I had money on the fight. But I was in Vegas for that fight, and look, he fought a lot better than people thought he was going to fight. He hadn't fought in a long time. Speed was still there. Just the pace, he can't keep it up for the entirety of the fight like he used to. He just couldn't do it anymore.
Stop that, man.
Across the boxing world, backlash toward a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch has grown louder, with many calling it less a sporting showdown and more a calculated money play wrapped in nostalgia. Critics argue both legends are far removed from their prime, turning what should be elite competition into a spectacle driven by legacy names rather than present-day performance. Some fans still carry the memory of their first meeting as underwhelming, and now fear a second chapter would only deepen that disappointment. Others point to the promotion itself, saying it leans heavily on reputation instead of real in-ring form, with neither fighter active at a consistently elite level anymore. Concerns also linger that the bout could slide into exhibition territory, fueling even more frustration within boxing circles. In the end, the dominant sentiment is sharp and simple. Many see it as a high-profile cash grab that could risk damaging boxing's credibility if it fails to deliver real intensity or meaning.
Manny or Floyd, if it's a real fight?
Well, a lot of people are actually picking Manny because Floyd has been, totally out of the game. Maybe he has to pick Mayweather.
Why?
He's too skilled, man. Too skilled, too smart. We see Pacquiao running the mountains every day with 50 people around him. He wants to be the first one, so he's killing himself. He's working his legs. He is a warrior, but at 48, His body can't take that much.
Age is just a
And
number.
look, and I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape. He's not training behind curtains. That doing workouts. That's not. That's just to be.
In a recent interview, Manny Pacquiao opened up about his new venture with Team Boxing League, stepping into a massive 9-figure deal that pushes his career far beyond traditional boxing. Under the agreement, he takes on a dual role, part owner, part active fighter, for the San Diego TJ's franchise, signaling a bold transition from athlete to sports power player. The league itself runs on a team-based boxing format where fighters across different weight classes don't just fight for themselves, but for collective points that decide franchise success. Built on a structure similar to major American sports, it introduces revenue sharing, sponsorship upside, and equity participation, giving athletes a stake in the system's long-term growth. According to league officials, this model is designed to shift boxing away from short-term paydays and toward franchise value, turning fighters into both competitors and stakeholders in a growing sports business ecosystem.
Is this good for boxing? Is this kind of sad in a way?
It's turning into WWF versus being real boxing. Like, this is just, I don't want to call it ridiculous. I mean, you have the right to do something that you love. And if you can do it and make money off of it and turn it into a spectacle and give people an experience, I mean, there's something to it. If I could have saw Big George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, even at the states that they were in later in life, get back into the ring, like they would have had to help Muhammad get to the ring, that, you know, Big George would have probably made it to the ring on his own, unassisted, and we got to see them get into the ring. And I'm not like, it sounds like a bit with it, which it is a little bit of a bit, but in actuality and reality, to see them in real life get back into the ring, even if it was just to like stand there and shake for the whole entire round and Big George move around, like there could be some value there's value to it because of what the historical value.
Teddy Atlas sees the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch as razor close, even floating the possibility of a draw if both men carry their current versions into the ring. He points to Floyd Mayweather's mental dominance, the calm under pressure, the unshakable confidence, and the way he controls the psychological rhythm of a fight from start to finish. But he also highlights a key counterweight, Manny Pacquiao's recent activity, showing flashes of timing, speed, and rhythm that suggest sharper in-ring readiness. In Atlas's eyes, this creates a rare equilibrium where strengths collide without a clear separation. Mayweather's mental control versus Pacquiao's fresher fight rhythm could neutralize each other completely, setting the stage for a tense, tactical battle where neither man fully breaks away, and the final result could end in a controversial draw that leaves the debate wide open.
Boxing League, can you tell us what that is? 9-figure deal, also makes Manny the owner, an active fighter of the San Diego TJ's franchise.
Yeah.
What is all this?
So we're taking, what we've basically done is we got involved in a sport. I mean, PBL is a team sport, right? So you're looking at men and women competing on the same team. Manny's going to have ownership in the San Diego TJ's.
Nice.
It's a league of destiny. So we help inspire, empower fighters and stuff, and we get them involved in this. Competitive, 12 different weight classes. And with Manny having ownership in that, it's a big thing. I mean, we've already been in business 4 years. They're looking to expand. Manny's going to be the first of many more people to join in this. In TBL, the fighters actually have a piece on the upside on sponsorship participation, equity participation, revenue sharing from the actual fights, the gates, etc. So it's very, very, very different. You're not just limited to your purse. It's an NFL-like model. So it's the teams own the league in the end, right? So you have access to growth. As the league grows, the team grows. And there's some very, very, very big guys and big funds that are involved behind this.
So now the rematch.